Just about set for football now. It's U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
I'm not sure there's a more exciting player to watch, regardless of position, than Lamar Jackson. I mean, we've gotten to see him play in person numerous times throughout his career, Mike, and to just marvel, not only at the athleticism, the playmaking, but his development as a true NFL pocket passer is quite remarkable. So he's an MVP caliber player. He's always going to be that. The next step for him, how does he continue to bring that regular season success that has led to 2 MVPs? How does he bring that into the postseason?
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. Jackson gonna keep it himself. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Here comes 3rd and 6. And the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down. A gain of 15. And the Raven 1st down.
It's a really important version right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. You're going to have a fresh set of downs here, and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 15. And a Raven first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
On play action, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down at the
so these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Third and short, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's in. Highland Wallace. Touchdown, Ravens. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Get across the 20, marked about the 22-yard line. So, the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
So after getting drafted in the first round a year ago to Minnesota, gets off to a slow start, suffers an early injury, ends up watching the entire season from the sideline. Sam Darnold took the starting job and ran with it. But now it's J.J. McCarthy's time. He got to watch firsthand how good...
nowhere to go! He's going to be taken down. A first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, it is Kyle Van Noy. In there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
It's just so hard to simulate the speed of some of these defensive linemen in the NFL. I mean, by the time he makes his play fake, you get your head around on the perimeter, the quarterback's expecting to break contain. He thinks he has a lot of time to look downfield. Well, that time went away in a hurry, and he didn't have much of a chance.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
In motion, it's Jefferson. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down.
tackle.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
For the
So on fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Rajante Wester deep for Baltimore. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the second time. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Jackson on the move, and he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It's a good idea. Didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And 12 yards.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
2nd and 7. On play action, here's the rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. Travis Jones in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Forced out wide, and he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
It's 4th down.
And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike, and with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings.
For the Vikings.
And it's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Wester on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. In motion goes Likely. They'll run it on first down with Henry. Open space to the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
That's good for a
They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. A give right up the middle to Henry. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league might kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
A 35-yard attempt.
His kick is perfect. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. A return now from the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Vikings offense about ready to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. Jones to begin this drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Jones. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
2nd down. Jackson will get maybe 3 out of that one as they'll set up 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
This is 3rd and 6. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Ravens out front. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. 3rd and 6 as we are ready to get back underway. Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He'll step up and run this. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
10 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make a tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Hopkins sent in motion. This one caught downfield by Flowers. That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
Baltimore 1st down. 24-yard.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Pistol give to Henry. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Going to go right back to Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now, Jackson. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this fourth down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge fourth down stop.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. They will give him 4 yards.
Teddy Buchanan on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Jones. He finds some room across the 25. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
The Vikings,
a gain there of 27 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them align. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
Off he goes. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
16 more yards. That's another Vikings first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity,
and this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Rolling to the left. Taking off. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down. Getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Running left, it's Jones. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll put Addison in motion. They run it once more with Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
On 4th down, it's Will Reichert time for this Viking field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's now 10-3. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. Back out now to kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense.
27-yard line.
This will be a short pickup to about the 30. Ivan Pace up from his linebacker spot to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. In motion goes Likely. They'll go again here with Henry.
Here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. A quick slant to Flowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Play action now. Jackson. He takes off.
These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
give. Here's Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play. First down, Baltimore.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Jackson now on second down. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 7 at the Vikings' 10-yard line.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Jackson going to keep it himself. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Trying to keep a drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it, and he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens move out in front by the score of 17-3.
Vikings 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, work him down at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the
He's usually such a
23-yard line.
reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think this drive, and particularly that last third down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for third down to bail themselves out.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Jackson now to throw on first down. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. And a Raven first down.
Set to go now on first and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 32.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And no return here.
The Vikings
this is a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Vikings offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. It's Jones, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The Vikings.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Pass midfield to the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. He's done it again. Back-to-back good runs. 19 this time. And another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I'd imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. And he's in. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. The Vikings are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Makes the score Ravens 20, Vikings 10.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
The Baltimore first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Henry, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now, faking the give. That's into the hands of Flowers. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A loss of a yard.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Ravens bring their punt team out as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Oh, that is terrific.
The Vikings
out
take
of bounds,
first and
inside
10
the 5-yard line.
3-yard line.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
Out of bounds at his own 9-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
First and 10 at the 18-yard
And the
line.
offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. A gain there of 15. First down, Minnesota.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the handoff, Jones. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
21 yards.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
They'll put Addison in motion. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Second and 10. Again, it's Jones. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
A gain of 34
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run it here with Jones. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
No gain on the play.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. That is caught side of the end zone. Adam Thielen, touchdown Vikings. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there third and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read, touchdown.
Will Riker now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Vikings 17.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Cashman on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 40-yard line.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Ravens first down.
First down, Ravens.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
First and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him,
and he barrels his way into the end zone. Justice Hill, touchdown Ravens.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
on is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
27, Vikings 17.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First and 10.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Quick toss into the hands of Addison. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. A little play action here with McCarthy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 7.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
27-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
on third down. Jackson. Quick slant into the hands of the speedy Flowers. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more to fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
Fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Again, right up the middle to Henry. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 9. Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it's going to be 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. On play action, here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 3-yard loss.
But just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. Get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Mike,
I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Gonna go right back to Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
19 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
In motion goes Likely. On the ground, here's Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Bateman is the motion man. He'll step up and run this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. In motion goes Likely. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
In motion goes Likely. Henry. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
He was taken
the defense uses its second time out here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
At the 6-yard line.
Second and goal, now it's from the 6-yard line. Off the play fake, Jackson. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Mark Andrews, touchdown Baltimore. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
17.
Now Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
A gain of
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Hawkinson in motion. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Set up the screen with Hawkinson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd down and 3. To throw is McCarthy. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Jefferson.
A gain there of 11. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And the Vikings.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Working free downfield, it's Thielen. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another
23 yards on that pass play. First down, Minnesota.
21-yard line.
Throwing again is McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Once brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Jefferson.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.